Here's your weather in a flash for Saturday, October 14th. I am Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey. Hope you're starting your weekend off on a positive note. The weather is certainly on a positive note here for this Saturday. It should be a fantastic day to be outside. Numbers are going to be very summer-like, around 80 degrees later on this afternoon. A bit breezy as we get later into the day. I don't think the real strong winds come in until later in the overnight. So, most areas around central Indiana right at or slightly above 80 degrees. Closing in on a record, we still have a little ways to go, so I think that is a safe record of 86 set back in 1899. But we're much closer to the record than we are the average temperature, which is around 66 for this time of year. Now, I want to show you futurecast for the afternoon. Looks pretty noisy and active out toward Illinois. Could sneak up into northern Indiana, but I think the storms, at least for today, stay away from central Indiana. That will be a different story after midnight tonight, as there will be the potential for some stronger storms rolling through the Midwest. Now, the higher probability of that is going to be northwest of central Indiana. So much of Illinois and Iowa and Missouri under the gun for an enhanced risk for severe weather. That is going to be a long line of storms that will start to roll through as we get going into the afternoon. That line will hold together as it gets closer to us, but it will lose a lot of that daytime heating as we get into the overnight hours, and so it loses a lot of its energy and a lot of the pop and severity, which is a good thing for us. That said, still could see some gustier winds with any of the storms that get going, specifically north and northwest of Indianapolis, where there's a marginal risk for severe weather. So let's walk you through this here, futurecast hour by hour. Again, nothing doing from 7 p.m. to around midnight, and we're thinking now it may be past 3 o'clock before we get any action around central Indiana. So I'm going to stop this at 6. This is showing some activity now starting to roll through. So we're talking just around pre-dawn hours where this line's going to move on through. It continues through much of the morning into midday. Note the temperatures. We started off the morning on Sunday into the 60s. By lunchtime, we're into the mid-50s, and then we just kind of hold right there, mid to upper 50s through the rest of the day. We will salvage part of your Sunday. The afternoon and evening at least look dry, but it is going to be blustery and far cooler. The winds preceding the rain is going to be the big story, I think. These are your overnight wind gust potential, 30, 35, 40 mile per hour winds. Just be aware of that. That could wake you up during the overnight hours before the storms actually arrive. Look at these numbers. We go from the upper 60s at 8 o'clock to the low 60s at noon to the mid 50s by around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, that's going to come with some pretty strong winds as well. So there's certainly going to be a bite if you're going to be out and about for your Friday. All right, 8-day forecast here. And yes, significantly cooler. A big swing by about 20 degrees over a 48-hour stretch from Saturday to Monday. And then going into Monday morning, and potentially Tuesday morning as well, cold enough, especially in outlying areas, that we could have some patchy frost that we have to deal with. Then we'll bounce back, about 70 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then mid-70s returning Friday and Saturday as we get going into next weekend. So it's going to be a busy 24 to 36 hours. Great time to have our Wish TV weather app, interactive radar, severe weather alerts, lightning detection, rain alerts based on your location. You can go to your phone's app store, search for Wish TV weather, and get that for free. And of course, meteorologist Brad Mousehart has you covered on the TV side for 24-hour News 8 at 6, 10, and 11. And of course, updates 24 hours a day at our website at wishtv.com. Make it a great Saturday.